Lions, it's Gamble and Lee at the forwards, Horton in the middle, Nika and Brigady at the guards. For the Central Lions, Williams and Stone at the forwards. They go along with Hansen in the middle, Harvey and Weisinger at the guards. This is for the most cherished victory in high school sports, the state championship. The Lions of Lanphier start with the ball. I'll try to not refer to the teams as the Lions. Central starts in a zone, much as we've seen throughout the tournament.
The familiar zone, and it'll have the same look that the Lanphier zone will have.
Brigady fakes the shot. They want Horton inside. He's double teamed. Brigady shoots. Hansen lost the rebound off his hands to Springfield. Lanphier 29-3. Central 28-3. Neither one of these teams will beat themselves. You've got to go out after them. Brigady's going to try it again. This time Hansen rebounds and holds on.
Central conceded 2 shots to Brigady.
Central in white starts with Harvey up top. Zone.
Lanphier's in the familiar zone. Moose Nika at the top of the zone.
2 6'5" players, Nika and Stone, top of zones in the state championship game. We've played a minute, nobody scored a point. Weisinger changes that.
In a hurry. And his role continues as far as the outside shot is concerned. I believe that's 7 out of the last 8 that he's taken, that he's dialed.
No trouble, Lanphier with the central pressure. And Moose Nika's on a right wing. A doctor gave him his name, Moose, when he was just a couple of years old. The shot by Horton is missed, and the rebound comes to Stone. The Lions of Central run. Inside is Hansen. He fell down, traveling.
Harvey certainly saw him with a great pass. He saw the opening there and really zipped one in there, but something happened. He got off balance. Hansen fell.
The Lanphier Lions have 2 men on 1 back. Moose Nika missed it. Rebound Lamont Hansen. Fierce. Here comes Harvey. Weisinger. Here's a tip and a foul on Peoria Central.
Hansen went over the top on the boards that time. We'll see the rebound, and we'll see, of course, Hansen clearly going over the top on the board. There it is. Inside position by Lanphier. Sealed off the boards. A great job.
That's what you're supposed to do on the rebound. Check your men away, and that got the foul. It's 2-0 Peoria High over Lanphier. We're at the 6-minute mark, first quarter championship game. Frank Bassoni working with Art Kimball and Coach Ron Nikovich of Lyons Township High School of LaGrange. Brigady's gone to the right corner. Moose Nika's at the point. Loading up, going inside is Gamble. He put it in. Let's see, it's charging. Let's see if it counts. Now, that's the question. We'll wait. Kevin Gamble made the move. It does count.
It's a good ball fake that opened up the blue for Gamble, but he penetrated just a bit too much. He had the opportunity to pull up and shoot the short chip jump shot.
Bob Nika liked the move by Gamble, and it's 2-2. The Lions have it. They're looking at Steve Harvey. He's a playmaker now. In grade school, his 8th grade year, he averaged 28 points a game. Was a shooter then. Baseline. Ivan Stone.
Mr. Cool.
Stone is the tournament's leading scorer. Central 4, Lanphier 2. Brigady gets free of trouble. 2 mirror image teams in some ways. Talented performers. Good zone defenses. Scramble. Good coaching. Brigady overshoots. Ball's loose. Leslie Lee. Inside was Tim Williams, and he was fouled by Gamble. And that's position again, Coach.
Yeah, it certainly is. And I think what we've seen now in the 3 shots that Brigady has taken, it's probably 3 that will be he won't be taking much more of as the game progresses. We're going to hear more from Brigady offensively toward the end of the game, and we're going to hear more from Leslie Lee in the second half, offensively speaking.
You saw the score. It's 4:53, first quarter. Stone is along the baseline, and he attracts a lot of attention, as he should. Harvey is now in the corner, and there's a crisscross pass. Tim Williams is in the lane. Missed it. The rebound to Horton. The big sophomore can really go to the boards.
His rebounding has been very impressive.
He averaged 8 rebounds a game on the season.
Bob Nika thinks he'll be 6'10" before he's out of high school. He's 6'8" right now.
6'8", going on 7'3". Kevin Gamble's a big player, too, and a good one. Inside, Horton. Yes. Nice touch by Horton inside.
Super move.
The game is tied at 4. All we expect in this game is a wire-to-wire close one.
It started out that way, and it will be that way, and I'm sure it's going to finish that way.
Stone's loose inside. Nice pass from Harvey. Ivan Stone has 4. Central by 2.
Harvey has great vision to spot the open man.
I'd like to watch these two teams play 3 or 4 nights in a row.
Well, Gamble brings it up. He plays the top of the zone. He hits the corner shot. He rebounds. Trouble with him is he doesn't do very much.
Neither does Leslie. Here's Gamble outside.
There's that outside shot. Now he'll go back and settle into the top of the zone.
He's got 4.
He's at the back.
It's 6-6. Lanphier and Peoria Central rematching 77. Weisinger. He's got 4.
He's still on that outside roll.
He's a bundle.
He started out cold this afternoon, but he's been hot ever since in the second half of the second game.
Central 8-6, 3:05 first quarter. Moose Nika, wing right. Kevin Gamble.
Once again from the outside, this time from the right.
He looks automatic, 6 points.
He certainly does. Next shot he'll hit will be along the baseline right side.
The clinic.
Make a note of that. Baseline right side.
Watch him look to get the ball into Ivan Stone, now to Weisinger. Lamont Hansen has it tipped away by Nika. And Lanphier controls. The game is tied at 8. 2:30 first quarter. Championship of Illinois on the line. Class AA. Lawrenceville, the undefeated Class A champ. The girls play next Saturday. Inside. Ball goes out of bounds. Awarded to Lanphier. Now we're going to have a timeout on the court at the 2:19 mark with the score tied. And one of your play in the first quarter, and there's your score. We're tied at 8. Coach, the first team and second team by UPI and AP have been selected in the tournament, and as we have time, Art Kimball and you can pass along, but we can tell you that there are players, of course, on these teams on both units.
I'm sure our fans could probably pick the same teams that were chosen here.
Gamble goes inside and now up to the top. Lanphier with the ball in the black, trimmed in orange. Gamble guarded by Stone in the zone. Lee shoots it up. Ivan Stone, there's a man breaking. It's Weisinger. Can he score? Yes!
Sure can, because he's a jet.
Also got that ball high enough off the glass that no chance of blocking it on.
6 for Tony W. He is Central's catalytic converter. 10-8, Peoria High. Leslie Lee is on a right wing. Moose Nika is on the left wing. In the corners. Inside it goes to Horton. Nice cut.
Horton just improves with every time he touches the ball. It just seems that his confidence level has just increased tremendously through the course of the 3 games he's played here.
Sophomore playing for the state championship. Cool as you can be. Inside it goes to Lamont Hansen, but stolen by Lanphier. Nice work in there.
That was Ed Horton. Got his hand on the ball.
Horton, a real factor at 6'8" and 205. Gamble, 6'7", 185.
Playing guard.
Amazing. Brigady at 5'7", and Harvey at 5'6½", the little guys on the court. Harvey sinks back in front of Horton, so Brigady tries again. His 4th shot. He missed. Lee rebounds for 2.
I think what we'll see eventually on this situation is that there'll be an exchange offensively between Brigady and Lee. Lee will be coming outside shortly.
Les Lee hits it in. Lanphier by 2. 45 seconds first quarter. Central gets the ball into Ivan Stone. Double team. Kicks it back. This is for the state crown. Who's number 1?
Well, that's on the minds of a lot of people right now.
I think maybe there's 4 of them. Look at this. The Lions are going to run it down of Peoria High and take 1 shot. 17 seconds. Now they go. 13. And Harvey starts the offense. Hansen posts up. 6, 5. Hansen's got the ball. Baseline, fake and shoot. Not good. Tip by Stone. Not good. That's it. That's the end of the first quarter of the championship game. And Lanphier leads Peoria Central 12-10. One of your network sponsors is DeKalb. They always hear in sports about a big game, a do or die, a no tomorrow, but one game perhaps deserving of all that hyperbole is the state championship. We played one quarter, Lanphier by 2.
It's the Super Bowl of Illinois basketball.
The statistics show Central shot only 9 times, 55%. Lanphier shot 14 times, 42%. No free throws, rebounds even, turnovers. Central had 3, Lanphier perfect, none. Central starts with the ball. Peoria Central in the white. Trailing by 2, second quarter.
No change in the Lanphier defense. It remains the basic 1-2-2 or 3 out and 2 in type zone.
And they're daring Harvey to shoot way outside. Now Weisinger comes out. They won't dare him to shoot. He does from way out there. Get rattled out, and Les Lee grabbed an authoritative rebound. Leslie's not a flashy player, but when you look at the games done, he's done a lot.
Fundamentally speaking, he's done much.
That's Gamble at 6'7", handling it. Micah sends it into Horton. Double team, bad angle. Still nearly knocked it in. Weisinger flies out of the pack. 3-on-3. Weisinger, Hansen. Walk. Nope, there's a foul. Before, he skipped away, and I thought that was the whistle. Fouls on Briggs.
Weisinger leading the fast break. He's in the middle now. He's putting pressure on the defense all the way and slips in a nice pass off to the right.
I didn't see the foul, did see the footwork, and there it's the lob inside to Hansen for 2. The game is tied as Hansen knocks it in. Good pressure by Peoria Central. Lanphier now clear. Lanphier has not committed a turnover in the game, but that was the first one.
Yeah, you call that one coming up, and of course he got a little bit in a hurry that time after having delivered the ball so well through the Peoria Central quickness. It's just one of those kinds of mistakes that happens. Call that a floor mistake. Too many nails there.
First substitute of the game gets off the Peoria Central bench. Ivan Stone baseline. Gamble spears the rebound. Gamble walks it up. 6:20 to play, first half, high score. Oh, quick Steve Harvey steals one. Now they're going to Peoria High runs. Weisinger's free.
Oh, classic textbook break. One jet to another jet.
They got that in a 4-on-2 situation, and a great play by Harvey.
Harvey and Weisinger run like frightened deer.
They're not 747s. They're like F-15s.
Here comes Les Lee back. He will answer with the shot. It misses. Brigady tracks it down. Gamble's free for a 17-footer. He followed it. He got it. And he traveled. Good work by Gamble, but he walked. And the first substitution of the game is 12. Dennis Broadneck's a 5'9" junior for Peoria High. Replaces Steve Harvey. Central starts 5 seniors. Lanphier starts 3 seniors, a junior, and a sophomore.
And right now the ball's going to go inside.
Hansen it is, coach. And he missed it, and he got it back. And Hansen banks it in.
This is what they want to do, is to challenge the Lanphier defense, obviously, with Hansen and Stone. But particularly with Hansen, he's a stronger of the two, I believe.
Central with a 4-point advantage. Lanphier has the ball taken away by a quick Weisinger. There he goes. Inside, Hansen is fouled. Good play by Brick. No, it's traveling. I beg your pardon. It's traveling on Hansen. And the ball goes over to Lanphier. I was just going to say good play by Brigady because I thought he prevented a layup.
Oh, yeah, it was a great play. And there was just... Those officials are really on the beam to see that because it was such a rapid exchange.
Yeah, Don Hakes was right over there and made a good call.
Les Lee over to Gamble. Lanphier down by 4. 4:55 to play in the first half of play. Micah outside. He's going to take his first shot from the point. It missed. Hansen went after it, missed it. Lee rebound.
There's Mr. Lee.
There was a song by that title once, Mr. Lee, and he really is a player.
Well, we'll have to change the title of Johnny on the spot because that's what he is.
16-14, 4 points for
Or less
Leslie.
on the spot, as the case may be.
Yeah, that's right.
Weisinger's at the top, Stones in the left corner. Hansen down low, turnaround one-hander is down.
Obviously, they're going to Hansen with a great deal of regularity and are exploiting that aspect of the Lanphier defense.
6 points for Hansen. Central of Peoria, a 4-point advantage. The clock winds to the 4-minute mark in the first half. Micah looks into Horton. Can't get it there.
Well, we now have, of course, Gamble playing along the right corner now. And Micah taking the kind of shot that probably is a little bit out of his range.
Oh, a great move by Horton. It's fouled and he fouls. Spectacular play by Ed Horton.
That kid Horton is just playing a ton. Let's watch the replay on this, and of course we see Horton staying in there, hanging tough, going down low, coming back up strong, and an off-balance acrobatic. It's got to be a 9.9 on the gymnastics scale, and he hooped it.
I don't know how you do that at that age. They didn't list the Lanphier ages, but he can't be over 15 or certainly 16 at the most. Maybe he's likely
poise.
15.
He has talent, but more than that, he has poise.
I think he just turned 16 during the season, Frank.
1 point Central lead and the ball. Central in white, 18-17 over Lanphier. Weisinger with the ball to Broadnax.
It's going to go back inside again.
Wow, Weisinger from 3-point territory when they play that rule. Just whistled it in, and he has 10. 3-point lead for Central. Lanphier looks to answer. What a tournament we've had.
Great game.
It's been a privilege to be part of this. Micah adjusted in the air. Oh, and Gamble saved it off the back of Horton for 2.
As I said, his next basket would come from the right baseline, and it's simply because of exchange on the offense in anticipating the fact that he'll go back to home grounds for him, which is the right corner.
That was because he picked up a loose ball and threw it in.
Furthermore, he heard what I said.
Weisinger missed it. Nice rebound by Lee. What happened on that previous play was Moose Nika raised to shoot, then adjusted and passed, and by that time Horton had turned around and hit him in the back. Gamble got it. Horton, right side, Ed Horton.
Horton is just feeling what all shooters feel. It's an intangible thing. They know the ball's gone, the ball belongs in my hands, and what's so uncanny about it is here's a sophomore who wants the ball now. 9
points in the first half already for sophomore Ed Horton, who averages 12 on the season. Stone missed. Nika rebounds. Momentum Lanphier.
Momentum.
Gamble comes to the right. 2 minutes, first half. Lanphier by 1. And you can't slide a piece of paper between these two teams.
Well, that's for sure.
Baseline left. Lee hit it. It counts, and he's fouled by Tony Foote, who had come in, number 50. What a shot.
Here we'll see the exchange as far as the pass is concerned. The ball goes into the corner. He rises up beautifully, and probably the thing that was surprising to the Peoria Central defender was the degree to which he blew off the floor vertically. Got that little hang time, fired, and was fouled.
Frank, one thing I think of interest and perhaps significance in the second half, Lanphier has played today totally without substitution.
Good observation, and Lee makes the 3-point play. It makes it 24-20 Lanphier. And now there's timeout on the court at the 1:52 mark. And we'll
Sponsors are happy to be able to bring you these tournament games on television. And if you have any comments about our coverage, suggestions, and so forth, we'd like to hear from you. Just write high school basketball, box 678, Bloomington, Illinois, 61701.
All right, play back in. 1:50 to go in the first half. Lanphier leads by 4. Central with the ball. Both, of course, nicknamed the Lions. Tony Weisinger had a seat for just a few seconds. Now he's back. Lamont Hansen in front of the free throw line. Rebound Gamble, foul Hansen.
Mr. Horton.
Horton
so far, one might... Here's the shot, and of course what we see is Horton ever present and ready, an aggressive forward display, great technique, brought that ball down very strong.
Second foul on Hansen, 4th team foul on Central. And Now Lee sliding against Weisinger, who has caused so many turnovers in this tournament. So many. Horton goes baseline reverse. Gamble rebounds for two.
He's all over the court offensively speaking. If it's not along the baseline, it's outside. If it's not inside, it's not outside, it's inside. He's a multi-talented player.
10 points, Kevin Gamble. A 6-point Lanphier lead at 108. Weisinger gives it up on the right to Ivan Stone for a shot along the baseline that would not go. Central retains possession. Coming into the game for the Central Lions, 50 Tony Foote, a 6'4" junior, and Lamont Hansen goes out 102 with 2 personals, and Chuck Fisher, I'm sure, doesn't want Hansen to have 3 in the first half. Weisinger in the corner has a shot partially blocked by Brigady. Moose Nika brings it down. Lanphier, 55 seconds, is 6 points ahead.
This may sound strange, but I think right now they're in the best spot to be on this run, because I think having not substituted for so long, they need the halftime intermission to give themselves that refreshing.
Here's a shot. It's going to be a charge. Let's see if it counts. One official has got a charge. I don't know if the other official's got a block or not, but what we've got is a very evident call of a charge by one official, because he put his hand behind his head immediately.
The out official signaled a player control foul. I'm not too sure what the other official had in mind.
Well, they're talking it over. The ball went down. Let's see now. We're going to have the official walk toward us. We won't speculate.
Double foul.
You gotta be kidding.
Now, Bob Nika just answered, you got to be kidding. Whatever he was told.
Black 30.
Foul is on 30 in the black. That's Moose Nika. And the foul is on Tim Williams. Is this a double foul, Coach?
The double foul, a jump ball will result. Both players have been charged. It'll be an interesting replay to figure out here, because what we're going to see is a charge that appears to be a player-controlled charge, which will negate, of course, the basket. But the official down low, of course, called it defensively appeared. The out official called the player control. Double foul results, jump ball, 2 fouls in charge to the respective players involved.
I'm glad Ron's here. How about you, Frank?
You bet. Apparently, though, a break for Central in that the basket did not count. And now Lanphier starts with the ball. They have a 6-point advantage. Will they take one shot with 32 seconds in the first half?
They certainly will, and they may not lose anything as a result of the exchange that just took place.
Nika baseline. He put it down.
And they did it.
22-second mark. Nika got his first 2-pointer, an 8-point lead. And now Peoria Central wants one shot. 14 seconds.
The ball will go inside to Hansen, or I should say Stone.
There's a shot blocked. Here's the rebound. Nika, 4 seconds. He's got time. He throws it up and misses everything. That's 1 second. There's 1 second left on the clock. Nika had more time than he thought he did. But he didn't have time, of course, to turn up and look at the clock. He just grabbed that ball and threw it to the basket.
Well, we're going to see the down-court pass going. Somebody's got to have a strong arm down here. Well, that's it.
And that's the end of the first half with Springfield Lanphier's Lions 28, Peoria Central 20. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance.
Guest number 33, Derek Bruce. Number 34, Herbert Clark. Number 35, Tyrone Thigpen. Number
Frank Bissoni, Art Kimball, and Ron Nikovich at the Assembly Hall in Champaign-Urbana. 1 half to go.
Should be a great one, too.
Central down by 8. We'll see if they can mount a comeback in the third quarter.
Seems to be a concentration on the part of the Lanphier defense early to cover the middle.
Central goes into Ivan Stone, who slides in for 2.
Not that time.
Half a dozen for Stone, and we mentioned that the Central team would need more scoring out of their big man. That's 17.5 on the season. (28-22) Lanphier, and they're controlling a slow tempo game right now. Nika's on the top. Moose Nika's way outside. Hansen clears it down.
Great
Harvey.
rebound by Hansen.
Transition up tempo. Stone. Hansen!
Great tip. The two big men have immediately responded with 4 quick points, both inside, and probably that's where they need to go for a lot of the ball game.
8 points for Lamont Hansen with a dynamite tip. Lanphier by 4. Les Lee gives it up to Horton for 2.
Well, there the Mr. Inside and Mr. Outside duo, Horton and Lee, and of course Lee once again delivering when he had to deliver. He seems to respond when his team needs him to respond.
11 points for Horton, a 6-point Lanphier lead. Tim Williams on the top right with the ball. The crowd is really into the game, and you can feel that it will be all the way through as we come to the close. A steal by Lee from Stone. Lee is fouled by Steve Harvey. Another fine play by Les Lee, the 6-foot senior.
Okay, we'll see Lee always present, stripped the ball, got it out of traffic, and of course the challenge, his quickness as he was coming down the floor, resulted in a foul.
First foul on Harvey. Nika at half court sends it to Brigady. Lanphier by 6, trying to build 8. What a factor Horton's been in the game. Remember Lee also. They wouldn't be here without him.
There it is, a 5-second violation. Great defensive pressure was exerted. Brigady, of course, found difficulty in locating an open man, and as a consequence, a 5-second call was made. A good call and a fine defensive effort by Central.
I'm sure that defense is what got Central here, and probably had a lot to do with the Lanphiers coming on here to this titles game.
Getting here, of course, everybody got here, I think, on the coattails of Mr. Defense.
Watch Weisinger. It went in, and the foul is on Brigady. Weisinger shot a rifle shot from the right corner, and 12
quick
points.
release, and of course the momentum just took Brigady into an unavoidable situation. The ball was already in flight. The follow-through had already been made when he attempted to challenge the shot, so it really was too late.
Weisinger, 5'10 and a half, 145 pounds. He started tonight with 47 points, 5th in the tournament. He's added 12 to that. He has 59 in the tournament right now. 60. 3-point Lanphier lead. Pressure, Peoria Central. Brigady breaks it. Foul, Weisinger on the move. Second foul on Tony Weisinger. And the ball, of course, goes to Lanphier. Boy, they've had a rich tradition. Their alumni include the great Robin Roberts, the pitcher, of course, for the Phillies. Ray Ramsey from Bradley Pro Football and Basketball. Roger Erickson, a pitcher for the Yankees. Billy Stone, Chicago Bears and Bradley. Tim Hewlett, who played in the '77 game with the White Sox. Great players. And Brigady shoots. Horton throws inside.
Great
Gamble
pass.
for 2.
Great pass.
Gamble with a dozen. Horton with the assist. A 6'8 sophomore assist.
Nice pass. He saw his buddy open under the basket and just flipped him that pass off the jump shot.
Lanphier by 5. In '77, Central won by 10. That year, the score was 72 to 62. You get the feeling the numbers won't get that high this time.
I don't think so.
Hansen posts up. Stone on the other side. It goes to Stone, but Brigady poked it away, and it will go out of bounds to Lanphier. Good defense by Brigady.
Very good defense. He anticipated the pass, and of course the passers are lob pass, the most dangerous pass in basketball.
Now Weisinger is wanting Les Lee to go to the left side. Overplays his right hand. Campbell on a fade. It bounced not good. Hansen got on the board. Harvey in a hurry. Harvey all the way. Harvey took it to the hole.
Harvey challenged the defense all the way, and of course he knew he wasn't going to successfully penetrate the thing. He tried to, as we'll see in the replay coming up now, he knew he wasn't going to successfully get a shot off in that kind of traffic, but what he wanted to do is hang a bit, draw the foul.
And Harvey's foot speed got him there. He has a 2-shot foul coming. 61% foul shooter. 32-28 Lanphier. Harvey's first point. 4-4 play, third quarter, state championship on the line.
Great follow through on his free throw.
First free throws by Peoria Central. Now Brigady behind the back dribble. Boy, he's clever. Man-to-man here by the Lions. They force Lee to his left hand. Brigady, baseline. Lanphier takes care of the ball, too. They got that double second. Nika. Shot is not good, and Stone grabs it. Stone sends it way down the court. Weisinger has got a layup.
Oh, boy. Well, that kind of pass, of course, is always dangerous, and they got away with it that time.
15 points for Weisinger, and we're at 4 minutes in the third quarter. He's some kind of gunslinger, that guy.
Oh, he sure is.
Central back in the zone. They shifted.
Back into the zone, right.
Nika's way outside. And in it goes to Horton. Look at the touch.
Horton wants the ball. It's as simple as that.
13 for sophomore Ed Horton. 3-point Lanphier lead at 3:35. What a basketball game. Stone turns. His shot goes up, but he was fouled. And the foul goes against Kevin Gamble. His third. This last AA tourney co-sponsored again this year by DeKalb Pfizer Genetics, and the more than 1,100 DeKalb Pfizer Genetics dealers here in Illinois invite you to join us next week for the Girls Championship. Bob Nika looks on as Ivan Stone is handed the ball. Stone has scored 6 in the game.
He's coming alive in the second half. He's becoming more involved offensively speaking, and he will have to be.
He's made his free throws, and the game is now 1-point Lanphier lead. Central extends full court, man-to-man pressure.
So far in this quarter, Gamble has been fairly quiet.
Look at Weisinger trying to turn Lee left.
Can't do it.
He slips the ball between his legs. You see that? And a near steal, and a steal by Tim Williams. Here he comes. Taken away by Les Lee.
It's a foul that may not look good, but it's a foul that had to happen. It unfortunately came crashing on the floor. We'll see the steal coming up on this, on the replay. Here we see a pickoff on a great anticipation on the part of Williams. He's going up, and of course there's only one thing to do. Of course, he brought him down rather brusquely, but it's part of the game. It's a good foul.
Tim Williams, whose shot beat Marshall, is at the free throw line with 2. Free throw. Good. His mother lives in California, and he was there this summer, and Coach Fisher did not know if he was going to come back even to school until about a month before the season.
Well, I bet those California people were disappointed to hear about that.
He's a player.
So were the Peoria rival coaches disappointed to hear about that when he came back.
First substitution of the day for Springfield Lanphier. Clark Douglas, 5'6" junior guard, has come in.
2 free throws, Tim Williams. The score, Peoria Central in the lead now, 35-34, steal by Central. Their defense pays off. Hansen with the ball. Hansen turns and shoots.
They're really on a roll now. And Lanphier needs a timeout.
10 for Lamont Hansen. Central by 3. Clark Douglas with the ball on the outside. He's 32. He's 5'6". 37-34 Central, 2:33 to go in the third. For the title, Clark Douglas tips Les Lee, rebound Central. Peoria Central has the momentum, and they're on the hunt. Weisinger right, Williams left. The defense is on by Lanphier. Into Hansen, he fakes and doesn't.
Defense is collapsing to the middle, giving up that outside shot.
And Central has outscored Lanphier 19-6 in the third quarter to take a 5-point advantage. Gamble is bumped but not fouled by Ivan Stone. 19-6 run by the Central Lions. Now Lanphier must answer, and they're capable. Clark Douglas outside. Les Lee inside. 2.
he challenges a defense when he has the ball. He'll challenge it, either with a pass or a shot.
9 for Les Lee. And when the going gets tough, that's when they go to him.
He responds.
Central goes to a 4 corners. 120. They lead, the Lions of Peoria Central do, by 3. And Lanphier comes out to challenge. Nika against Harvey. The zone is still in effect, but they've just extended.
Still in effect, right. They're a team behind, of course, and the pressure's upon them to come out and force the action. But in the process, of course, what it'll do is spread out the defense, open up the court. With Harvey out there, with Weisinger out there, that's just made the order for them. And of course, what they'll do now is they'll run it down now into the final seconds of the quarter.
And if you can guess on who's going to take a shot, it would likely be Weisinger or Stone.
Or it's going to go inside because the court is spread. Keeping in mind that Ivan Stone and Hansen, of course, will be inside, and the 3 Jets will be outside.
33 seconds.
So we're looking for the outside shot by Weisinger or inside to Hansen as the clock winds down.
25 seconds, third quarter. Central of Peoria, 3 points ahead of Lanphier, 39-36. Near steal by Gamble. Boy, is he tough all over the court. 15 seconds now. There's Chuck Fisher, bottom right, calls a set play. Lamont Hansen shot missed at 8 seconds, stolen by Central, back by Lanphier. Les Lee on the 5, 4, Lee, Clark, layup is good!
Mr. Lee responds when they need somebody to respond.
Clark Douglas at the gun for the third.
And it's pitched out. Lee has it. He's bringing the ball up the court all the way, gets the defense to commit, pitches out to his left, and the short little chippy shot right there as the clock shows about a second to go.
All right, here's your team statistics. As Central leads by 1 after 3, 53% shooting for Peoria, 48% for Lanphier. Free throws perfect for everybody, 7 for Peoria, 2 for Lanphier. 7 more rebounds for Lanphier. The turnovers are even, and we have 8 minutes left. Country Companies Insurance is presenting IHSA basketball for the 12th consecutive year, and your local Country Companies agent hopes you're enjoying our telecast tonight. Be sure to be watching next Saturday for the girls' championships. Frank Bassoni, Art Kimball, and Ron Nikovich at Assembly Hall in Champaign-Urbana. 1 point lead Central Lions of Peoria, and they have the ball, and this is it. 8 minutes.
You see the defense is collapsing, concerned about the inside game, and of course following wherever Weisinger goes.
They're inside 15 feet. You can see at the foul line 15 feet. Now just extended from there.
They'll extend now with Weisinger.
Weisinger goes back to a high post, and now back low.
They'll pack it in again.
Tim Williams to Weisinger. There's his spot. He missed it. Rebound Stone. He swirls and missed it. Stone missed, and Ed Horton claimed it. And now Lanphier can take the lead. Man-to-man pressure by Central. Nika. Now it's a zone, ball back to his zone.
Brigady back out there in the fourth quarter, replacing Douglas. Both of these clubs, Frank, used to the airtight ball game. They've been in a jillion of them.
Well, we're in it now. We're into the nitty-gritty and final quarter basketball for this season.
Nika tries, 17, it's home.
He felt it, didn't he? He felt that one.
4 points for Moose Nika. When he was just 2 years old, he was a big baby, and he got hit in the head. A doctor looked at him and said to his dad, he's a moose. He's been called that ever since. Bob Levitt of the Journal-Star in Peoria told me that. 40-39 Lanphier. He was a moose on that shot, I'll tell you. In the corner, Tim Williams turns, and his shot. Missed it. Lamont Hansen. And now the lead changes hands again. Central by 1. 6 minutes left in this superb, well-played, well-coached game.
Very well-played game, and of course, everything's on the line now.
Nika backs off. 41-40, Peoria Central. Lee is in the left corner. Horton posted low, wants it. Stone covers it. Nika again. Good again.
Felt another one. I think the ball movement that they're exhibiting now is resulting in those kinds of shots.
The 6'5" junior responds with 2 shots, and he's got 6. And now it's Lanphier's turn to lead at the 5:20 mark. Neither team will give an inch. Ball's loose. Lanphier's got it. Stone tried to get it in to Hansen, and now Lanphier says timeout. 5:11. We've got a 1-point game. You see it there. And one of your network sponsors is John of Illinois. The clock says 5 minutes and 11 seconds to play.
Be interesting to see if there'll be any kind of change strategically after the timeout that was called. I don't think that there will be, not at this stage.
Been great to be associated with this tournament again this year. I'd like to thank our director, Jerry Wheatley, our assistant producer, Jan Morrow, Brad Johansson helping us with stats and producing, and this has just been fun. Thank you to the whole crew, to the IHSA. They treated us great. Look at Lanphier with that ball. They've got a 1-point lead, and the ball man-to-man for the central line.
Right.
Here's a steal and a jump ball. The ball was poked loose by Harvey. And then I think it's Horton and Hansen going after it.
Harvey stripped it.
We're looking over the shoulder of Coach Chuck Bisher as he bounces. Now crouches at the Assembly Hall court. On the top of your picture was Bob Nika. Important jump. And the Central Lions got it. They could take the lead with a hoop. All-important clock, 4:33.
Here again, the defense collapses. It's a very clearly collapsing defense. It is inviting Harvey to shoot from the outside. It's a defense that's keying, of course, to Stone, to Hansen.
Hansen that time is called for charging. As Harvey dished it off, and Hansen got called for his 3rd foul, a charge. Too enthusiastic going along the baseline.
A pull-up jumper would have worked well at that particular point.
There's Hansen with 3 fouls. Now Lanphier has a 1-point lead and the ball back. Gamble clears to Brigady, and he's got an advantage. He takes it all the way, dishes off the night, number 2.
Good pass. Got the defense to commit, hit the open man with a super pass.
8 for Nika. Lanphier by 3. 4 minutes left. Timeout. Peoria Central. And we still have ourselves anybody's ball game. Stay with us. One of your network sponsors is Country Companies Insurance. 3 minutes and 59 seconds remain, and watch
There we see the replay, the pitch out to Brigady. And of course, Brigady challenges the defense all the way, dishes off with a beautiful pass and a score.
Moose Nika got the basket that gave Lanphier a 3-point lead. And now Central has Williams with a 17-footer on the way. No good. Rebound comes off to Kevin Gamble. Lanphier with a 3-point lead in the ball and 3:40 to go in the game. And now Central is faced.
There's a classic confrontation. Weisinger and Lee.
And 5 seconds.
5-second count.
The count was by Weisinger made it happen on defense.
Weisinger did it.
Important point at this juncture, gentlemen. Peoria Central will go on the bonus on the next foul on Lanphier. Central has 2 to give before Lanphier will be on the bonus.
3.5 to play in the game. In the corner, Weisinger fakes. He got the ball back for them with his defense. And Harvey dishes off to Ivan Stone, steps in, and is fouled. There was contact as he stepped in, and Horton got called for the personal. The second on Horton.
The defense continues to collapse. As you can see, the defense is inside the free throw line virtually. The dish off inside to Stone, and of course he was fouled on the play. But this is what Central is trying to do, of course. Get the ball inside the Hansen or Stone, or the outside shot by Weisinger.
Bob Nika. And there's Ivan Stone, who's got 8 points and 2 for 2 at the line. It's now a 2-point Lanphier lead. The Assembly Hall packed. On behind us, there's a few empty seats around. I would guess we're in 13,000 something territory.
Well, my guess is 13,127.
Precisely. 2 free throws by Stone, and that puts the Lions of Peoria Central within 1. 3:15 to go. It's for the state championship is all. Everything on the line. Gamble with a great move and a score.
Gamble's probably the first basket he's had since early in this half. And he responded with a great move along the baseline.
Weisinger committed the foul. 14 for Gamble. Gamble has been magnificent in the state tournament. Lanphier by 3, and has a chance to make it 4. And Chuck Bisher very upset at this point. Free throw is missed, but Leslie rebound. Another tip is good.
Horton.
Ed Horton gives Lanphier a 5-point lead. 2:55 to play in this thriller.
Now notice the zone, how the zone is collapsed, but not now.
Weisinger delivers in the clutch. A 3-point game. 2:45. Look at Lee on the hurry. Horton to the basket. It won't go. Charging. Foul is
We'll see on
Horton.
the charge now. Lee, of course, is a jet, but Horton isn't. He tried to play to that tempo and it resulted in the charge.
I believe it was Tim Williams that was there on the defense.
Great defensive play on his part.
Going to the free throw line is Tim Williams. He has 1 in bonus. He missed it. Ed Horton rebounds. Lanphier keeps a 3-point lead and the ball.
And Horton rebounded.
Now timeout Lanphier at 2:35. The score, Lanphier 48, Central 45. One of your network sponsors is DeKalb. Remains in the AA championship game, and Lanphier owns a 3-point lead over Peoria Central. Lanphier there in the black, trimmed in orange. Central in their home white, trimmed in maroon. You're looking there at Lamont Hanson and Chuck Bisher, the head coach of the Lions. And now Moose Nika, the son of Coach Bob Nika, has position, and we're set to go. The final 2:35. The defense is on. Backcourt, Brigady against Harvey. Just 2:30 left. Look at Brigady handle it. 2 men on each side of the post. Central is just haunting the defense.
Potentially another 5-second count.
Lee, a magnificent defensive play by Weisinger. As Lee went for a jump shot, Weisinger got all ball, jump ball.
Almost forced another 5-second count, and of course the jump ball was secondary, but they've got the opportunity to capitalize here.
2:18 is left. The coaches, of course, feeling what you might expect they feel. Incredible tension. Ivan Stone has the ball for the Central Lions. And now they need a basket to cut it to 1. Lanphier needs the defense to work. Weisinger shoots. Good!
The defense will collapse or spread depending upon where Weisinger is. That time it collapsed, but it did not spread soon enough, and of course he dialed one.
Weisinger has 21. It's a 1-point Lanphier lead at 1:53. State title game. Gamble is inside. Whistle before the shot. The whistle was before the shot. It didn't go anyway. 1:49, and let's get the call. Foul is on Ivan Stone.
34.
Weisinger has been incredible, Frank.
He is. He's just been a superb outside shooter. This is Kevin Gamble. 0 for 1 in the game, 14 points, and he's got 15. And now it's a Lanphier lead of 2. And Gamble shoots for his 16th point. He's got it. In the clutch, Gamble hits 2. Lanphier by 3. 1:48 to play. Harvey comes down. Weisinger's on the right. He's there. Stone. He'll turn and shoot. He got it!
Tough shot. Just a tough shot.
Central called a timeout. Didn't get it. Horton goes for a dunk, and he's fouled. Horton went, and Tim Williams banged him. And Tim is, you see, might be hurting there.
Central was unable to get the timeout that they wanted. A consequence of it is that Horton was able to break down court alone, and there was only one thing to do, and that was to make the foul.
And the knee of Ed Horton hit Tim Williams, but Williams, Mr. Tough, stayed in there.
You don't get injured at this point in a battle for the state championship if you can all help it.
Horton has been a great player in the game, and he missed the first of two. It's a 1-point Lanphier lead. He is now 1 for 2 at the foul line. 1:31 remains. What a game. It rolled in. A 2-point Lanphier lead. Central can tie with a basket. Who will win? Harvey comes down.
Watch the zone.
The zone is behind the foul line.
It's still packed.
Weisinger's the marked man. Dish off. Hansen steps in. He's fouled. Foul is on Gamble. His fourth. Bob Nika checking how many fouls. It's 4 on Gamble. And at the free throw, now wait a minute. There's going to be a timeout on the court with only 1:14 to go, and Lanphier leading by 2. Central has free throws when we come back. One of your network sponsors says it all. 1:14 to play in the championship game for the Class AA title. Lanphier by 2, but Lamont Hansen with 12 points in the game will try his first free throw of the night. He has been on the season a 72%. He will try his first 2, I should say.
Bingo, he's right there with it.
A 1-point game, and Hansen can tie it. Coach Nikovich said early, if you've got a weak heart, this isn't for you. 51 all, timeout Lanphier. We'll be back with 1:14. It's spectacular. One of your network sponsors is DeKalb Pfizer Genetics. Lamont Hansen delivered 2 free throws in the clutch to tie the game with 1:14 to go. Lanphier called timeout. They have 1 left. Peoria Central has 4 timeouts left, and that's important.
That's important at this stage of the game, certainly, in particular with respect to strategy and free throw line, free throw situation maneuvering.
1:12 now. Brigady comes up, and he controls. What will Lanphier do? Will they run some clock? Who will they go to? Gamble turns right, left, and comes back outside. Under a minute. We're tied in the championship. Inside Gamble. He turns right, got in, scored, it counts!
Super move. He just made a super curl move. Where in what we'll see in the replay, where in one instance he has his back to the basket, but quickly he's facing the basket and took it there for a potential 3-point play.
Gamble with 18 points is 2 out of 3 at the foul line. Here it is. It is good. 54-51. Lanphier, 50 seconds. The place is a bedlam.
Notice the zone. The zone is really packed in. It's key into Weisinger. It's given Harvey a shot. He won't take it. Weisinger is outside. He will take it.
He missed it. Rebounding foul on Central. Rebounding foul on Central, and Lanphier's crowd is going wild at the Assembly Hall, and Bob Nika's smiling.
Notice on the replay, Weisinger's shot was just a bit hurried. It was challenged effectively, and of course the rebound all belonged to, of course, the man in the clutch who's been coming up with those rebounds regularly.
All right, 35 seconds left, and we've got timeout. Now let's pause for this message from John Dooley. The applause is for excellence on both sides as Springfield Lanphier has the hammer. 35 seconds to play. The foul was on Tim Williams, his 3rd. Ed Horton shoots 1 and 1, and Lanphier already leads by 3. .16 in the game for Horton, and he made that one roll home.
Great touch. Just let that ball die on the rim, and it fell down in the right direction.
Talk about a player coming of age in a tournament.
Wow, he certainly has.
3 out of 4 at the foul line for him in this game. This one is a big one because it would be a 5-point lead. It's perfect. Lanphier by 5, 35 seconds. Central lets the ball come, and now Harvey. The Lions
Harvey will
must
have
get
to
it off.
penetrate.
Stone will shoot. He made it!
Timeout.
Timeout, Peoria Central. 27 seconds left. Lanphier leads 56 to 53. And the timeouts that Peoria Central saved became important, as you said, Ron Nikovich, now.
Very critical at this stage, and of course we're able to utilize them effectively. 27 seconds, and still can be done, of course, as we know.
And now they'll have to depend on their defense to turn
The
the ball
defense
over.
on the full court basis, certainly. They're probably going to have to go out number one to try to force a 5-second count if at all possible. I would suppose, if we're looking at the diagrams here, I would suppose that one thing that they may do is to ignore the inbounds passer and double up on receivers, base guarding them all the way and try to get that 5-second count, if at all possible. Secondly, of course, is to maybe give up one dribble or a pass and then make the foul quickly. It's going to have to be a quick foul, though, because they have to utilize it 27 seconds.
And Bob Nika probably wants the ball in the hands of Brigady or Lee.
I would say that it belongs in the hands first Brigady, secondly to Lee. Lee will deliver the clutch play when it needs to be done.
Look at it both sides, and the intensity has been phenomenal in this game.
The only problem is with Brigady handling the ball. He hasn't been to the foul line at all tonight. And the option might be to foul Brigady, but he is by far the best ball handler, no doubt about that.
It'll go to Brigady with the idea of getting it to Lee for that reason.
Yeah, right.
Brigady's a 52% free throw shooter. 27 seconds left in the game. As you see in the right corner of your screen, Lanphier by 3 in the black.
Well,
There
he's
it
close
is.
to getting it.
A near foul by Harvey on Brigady, and 1 second ticked off.
Stone, of course, is matching up now with Gamble physically on the inbounds pass and trying to get a piece of the ball and obstruct his vision. He got a piece of the ball, all right.
Got it to Lee. Wait a minute, let's see.
Call the foul.
Foul on Weisinger as he bumped into Lee. A 4th foul on Tony Weisinger. With 25 seconds to go, it's 1 and bonus time for Leslie Lee.
The foul coming up, of course, a player who's forced out of bounds is actually what happens here, can only result in a foul. If he's forced out, it's a foul.
Leslie has scored 9, is 1 out of 1 tonight at the foul line. His season percentage is a good one, 74.
Yeah, the free throw gets into the hands of Leslie. And, of course, you don't want it in his hands, not if you're a Central fan. Secondly, though, you need to keep in mind critically, though, is that only 2 seconds have elapsed in this particular exchange.
4-point Lanphier lead.
But 5 points at this juncture may be difficult to overcome.
It's 4, and Central has the ball. They try to cut it to 2 now. 20 seconds. Harvey, Weisinger. Weisinger tries to free himself. Doesn't
He
shoot.
does.
He missed it. Central's got it. Inside Stone.
Potential 3-point play.
It did not go. It didn't go. 8 seconds. Lanphier's going to win it. Other end, Brigady. Dunked in by Gamble. No goal. No goal. 3 seconds. That one was probably offensive basket interference.
Yes. It's an exciting replay. We see the long pass coming down court. Brigady on the shot. Misses, is fouled. And, of course, that looked like it would be a clean one. That looked clean. That looked like it was out of the cylinder from our particular angle.
That was Ed Horton, the sophomore, really skied.
You know, Mr. Horton, we talked about his coming of age. It probably dated back to that rebound early in the tournament.
Tony Weisinger has just fouled out. One of the premier players in the tournament and probably in the state. Tony Weisinger has fouled out.
A great guard, great player.
And the emotion is evident on both ends of the floor. 3 seconds left, 21 points for Weisinger. But the real score is 57-53 Lanphier. And they are shooting free throws. It's Brigady. Brigady will have 2. And it's all but impossible for Peoria Central. Brigady hasn't scored. Coach Bisher, a very proud season, has brought the Lions from nowhere to the championship game.
He has every right to be very proud.
Brigady missed them both. Broadnex throws it the other end. Hansen catches it, and the game is over. The game is over, and the final score. is Lanphier, the state champion, 57. Peoria Central, 53. There are the champions.
I think the picture tells it all, doesn't it?
Listen to the crowd. What basketball we've seen here.
Frank, before they get to the awards, and as we wind down a little bit, on the all-tournament team, everything was unanimous with the exception between UPI, the coaches team, and AP. Kevin Gamble was picked to the first team by the media on AP from Springfield, Lanphier. The coaches went with Tony Reeder of Westchester St. Joseph, did not select Gamble. Others on both teams, Joe Steffen of Marshall, Tony Weisinger of Peoria Central, Tyrone Thigpen of Fulton of Harvey, and Ivan Stone of Central.
Okay, now we're ready to go to the voice of the Assembly Hall, Tom Trent.
Ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to midcourt for the presentation of the first and second place team and individual awards for the 1983 Boys Class AA State Basketball Tournament. Making the presentations will be members of the Illinois High School Association Board of Directors and administrative staff. Presenting medallions to the squad members of the second place team will be Mr. Fred Curtis of Darnell High School in Geneseo, who serves the IHSA as a member of the board, and Dr. Joseph Sergio of Steinmetz High School in Chicago, who serves the IHSA as president of the board. At this time, please meet the Lions of Peoria High School, who finished the 1983 season in second place with a final record of 28 wins, 4 losses. The principal of the high school, Mr. William C. Robertson. The head coach of Peoria is Chuck Bishop. The assistant coach, Ken Meichner. Assistant coach, Al Hightower. Number 10, Steve Harvey. Number 12, Dennis Broadnax. Number 14, Tony Weisinger.